What is up, my friends? You're very welcome along to today's Anfield Agenda, late night agenda news roundup show. I'm going to be focusing on the race for Jude Bellingham today. And I know a lot of you guys are sick to death of me speaking about Mr. Bellingham, but there's a lot of stories doing the rounds this week about Jude, so I think it is time that we have a little revisit to the situation and see where we're at, see who's in the race, and see if Liverpool do have an opportunity to sign him next summer. As always, I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. Drop a like on the video, and of course, hit that subscribe button for me as well. So look, here's where we stand, and let's start off with a Liverpool perspective on it. So there's numerous stories doing the rounds around Jude Bellingham, and of course we know that he is Jurgen Klopp's #1 target. We also know that it is a position that we most certainly need to strengthen, and getting Jude Bellingham in would of course do that for the foreseeable future. I have said to you guys many times that I firmly believe if Liverpool can get to the point where they agree a fee with Borussia Dortmund, then Jude Bellingham will become a Liverpool player, and nothing there has changed. There is a caveat, as always, and that is John W. Henry and FSG not paying what it takes. And I read a story today that suggested that Liverpool were willing to free up €100 million to buy Jude Bellingham. Now, the problem with that is that won't buy Jude Bellingham. You know that. I know that, John W. Henry knows that, and Jurgen Klopp certainly knows that. So are we starting to see the excuse making come into play, or is this just a bit of a cagey negotiating stance from FSG? Maybe they are willing to go a little bit further. Maybe they're just trying to test the waters to see what Borussia Dortmund's real bottom line will be. Now, of course, Jude Bellingham will have a big say in where he goes. Of course he will. He's going to have offers from lots of clubs. Today, the news broke that apparently Chelsea are the latest club to want to sign Jude Bellingham. Todd Bowley seems to want to sign everybody at this point. He was in for Ronaldo at one point, talk of Christopher and Nkunku as well, and they seem to be continuing on their spending and wanting to rebuild their squad. I think that perhaps Chelsea are a little bit too late to the party. Now, there has been talk that they're putting on a major charm offensive towards Jude Bellingham's family and his representatives, and we'll see how that pans out. For me, I don't think Chelsea are a front runner in this race. I really don't. I think that they have the money to make themselves an option, but I really don't see Jude Bellingham as a Chelsea player. I don't see that one happening. Now we move on to Real Madrid. Real Madrid are the mouthpiece that never shuts up. Whenever there is a player that is hot property in world football, Real Madrid seem to believe it's their God-given right that he becomes a Galactico and that goes and plays at the Santiago Bernabeu. And look, they can offer one thing that perhaps Liverpool, City, Chelsea and many other clubs can't offer, which is that more than likely, if you go and play at Real Madrid and you are a standout player, there's a very good chance that you will win a Ballon d'Or, because Real Madrid are a club that are littered with Ballon d'Or winners. Cristiano Ronaldo, Luka Modric, Karim Benzema. Just look over the history of players at Real Madrid. If that is one of your aims in life, then there is a very good case to answer as to why Real Madrid would be a good destination. For me, I just always believed that this is not the right time in Jude Bellingham's career. At 19, he'll be 20 years of age when this move, wherever he goes, comes about. To go to the Santiago Bernabeu and play for Real Madrid just yet, I don't think it's the right time. Yes, Madrid are in a rebuilding phase with regards to their midfield. They've brought in Tchouaméni, they've brought in Camavinga, and they're looking to make Bellingham the final piece of the jigsaw. So again, financially, I don't think we could compete with Real Madrid, but there is one part of this that I will tie it all together with, I hope, at the end, and convince you again as to why there is no need just to panic as of yet. The other club, of course, are Manchester City. Manchester City have unlimited finances. They have obviously a top-class manager, and they've just brought in the hottest property in world football with regards to a striker in Erling Haaland. They have, of course, played together, and I think they will be reunited at Real Madrid in the future, but not now. Can Manchester City pull this one off? Well, financially, yes. Can they offer him the glory? Can they offer him the trophy hall? Yes. But there's one other piece of the jigsaw, and that is, and again, I'm going to sound a bit petty here, but that is the prestige that comes along with playing for a club like Liverpool or Real Madrid. I don't think Manchester City can offer that. Certainly, as of yet, they haven't won a Champions League. They could put that right, but it's all about legacy for Bellingham. And if you don't believe me, read Melissa Reddy's article or read any article you choose on Bellingham. He's very focused on making sure that every stage of his career is managed expertly and that he makes the right decisions for his footballing progression. Not about money. He'll get that money wherever he goes. He's not going to be short of a few quid. But he wants to win things. He wants to be a legacy maker, and he wants to go down as one of the greats in the game. I feel that the reason Liverpool are frontrunners from that regard is twofold. One, it is an area of the pitch we absolutely need to improve in, and Jude Bellingham would be the difference maker. I understand people look at our midfield and go, why would he touch that? Why would he come to Liverpool now? Liverpool are struggling. Again, though, I bring you back to what I said before. We were struggling defensively until Virgil van Dijk came in, and then the impact that Virgil made just shot him up in world regard, or in high regard around the world, to become one of the, if not the best centre-back currently playing Australian world football. I believe that Jude Bellingham could do exactly that when he moves to Liverpool. Add to that he has the certainty of Jurgen Klopp staying on until 2026, which was, and I don't make any bones about saying this, I believe a very, very prominent reason why Klopp extended. Not just for Jude Bellingham, but for the likes of Mohamed Salah or any potential incoming players to know that, yes, you will be working with Jurgen Klopp until at least 2026. Yes, you will have that focus and that manager to guide you and progress your career. And again, I think this is another reason why Liverpool's a great fit for Jude Bellingham. Now, the final piece of the jigsaw is something that I've also mentioned numerous times when I spoke about Liverpool's pursuit of Jude Bellingham and Borussia Dortmund's pursuit of Bellingham when he joined them from Birmingham. And that is the statistical side of it. Liverpool have been working very, very hard in the background at putting together a package that not only, of course, would include the finances, but would include the pathway, the progression, and the technical data as to how that they will keep progressing Jude Bellingham's career. And I know from reading other articles that that was one of the reasons that Bellingham, his family, and his agents were really impressed with the pitch put to them from Borussia Dortmund. Manchester United, I believe, offered more money at the time, but it was that focus, that data-driven, metric-driven focus, that was one of the things that really turned his head to Borussia Dortmund, along with, of course, the idea that he can play regularly at a high level, Champions League football, challenging for the Bundesliga. You know, it was a good package for him. I think Liverpool are a great next step for Jude Bellingham in his career. Those moves to Real Madrid, if he wants them, will always be there in the future. But right now, I genuinely feel that Jude Bellingham will look at Liverpool and think it is the right place to go. The problem is, though, it's all down to FSG. And I don't know about you guys. I'm willing to hope. I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. But when I'm starting to see stories that €100 million is how much they're willing to spend on Bellingham, that's basically an admission to me right now that FSG won't pay what it takes, because we know that's not going to be enough. The figure is most likely to be probably £120 million there or thereabouts, which I think would be a record for an English club for a transfer. But it would be also a huge statement from FSG in their support of Jurgen Klopp and in their backing of the club to continue to be successful and evolve, and for Jurgen to build his second team. So that is my case as to why I believe Jude Bellingham should and will become a Liverpool player. But that caveat still remains. We can't match what Chelsea will offer. We can't match what Manchester City will offer and what Real Madrid will offer. But we can become a very attractive proposition for Jude Bellingham from the footballing side. And of course, as I said, he won't be short of a few bob. So it's all down to FSG. Will they pay what it takes to get him from Borussia Dortmund? Or will we have to have an also-ran, an excuse, and the usual? I'm hopeful that FSG get this done, but I want to know what you think. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.